Hi everybody! I decided to make this video today to kind of show you what it looks like when you're at home teaching and show you my setup. You can set it up however you like. My green screen is over here. Do you need a green screen? A lot of times now, the way the Zoom has made updates, I actually don't need this physical screen anymore. It will project a virtual one without it. Okay, over here, I wanted a stand-up desk. I didn't want to spend all the money for a stand-up desk, so I made a makeshift one. Some textbooks, some stuff. I did this because I wanted to be able to stand when I needed. So some people ask, how do you do math or science? I have a tablet with a pen. Especially for equations, this is very important. It is much easier to write on this than to try to write with a mouse. Is there a certain one? You got to find out what's compatible with your computer. I just searched Amazon until I found this. This was 5 years ago. They don't sell this exact one anymore, but you can find something similar, and I'll show you what I do with that in a minute. My computer only has one plug, so I had to get a connection. I had to get some extra ports. That's up to you, again, what your computer will do. But the thing is, I want a headset. It drowns out the other noise, cancels it out. So if there's a dog, a kid, something outside, it's not picking up. So I do go with the headset. I have a mouse rather than using my pad because I find it's much easier. And the reason for two screens. So before I ever start sharing my screen, so I'm going to turn it off from sharing in just a minute. There you go. I put what I want the kids to see on a separate screen. I never want the kids to see everything on my desktop, to see my computer. I don't want them to see any of this. And so I have on one screen where all the students would be, so I can see their faces, I can see if they're participating, it's all on one. I use my second screen as my materials. Some people do it the reverse. We also talk about having an external camera. Depending where your laptop is, you want to make sure your face is in the screen. If I just use this one and I'm this close, I'm not always in the screen. So we often recommend an external camera. Mine's up here right now. I had it before propped up behind me at a good distance so that the kids could always see me from the head until my name tag. So I wanted it to be in here. And so I use the external camera. So a lot of people ask, well, how do you teach? Okay, we have PowerPoints in Canvas, and you can teach right from the PowerPoint. I often have the PowerPoint on my computer, and if you make your own, you might not have it right in Canvas. So I set it up on the second screen, and I set it up as a slideshow. And when you're doing this from your computer, I pick browse by the individual window. So on my second screen, I have my PowerPoint often and my agenda. Often I'll have a warm-up up with the agenda next to it, so while kids are coming in, they know exactly what to do. And then if I want to make my PowerPoint bigger, once that goes, I can just make it bigger. And then when I'm in the Zoom room and I want to show what they need to see, if I come over here to my tabs and I hit share screen, I don't pick just the PowerPoint. I can, but I really want anything on my second screen to be showing. So I pick second screen. So when I do this, it doesn't matter what's on the second screen. They will see all of it. If I have this big, they see just this. If I have it smaller, they see both. If there's something that's on my laptop that I want to pull into there, I can and will still see it, so I won't have to worry about it. But you have two screens so that when you're presenting, it's already set up before class. It's like having your projector on and the kids know what to do when you walk in. When I stop sharing, I only see the kids and what's on there, but every time I share, it shares what I choose. So when I hit share, there's a whiteboard feature. I can pull up a whiteboard right here, and I can write on it. There's an annotate feature, right? And I can draw. How good how good you are at drawing is up to you. You can use a text box instead. And you can type in here. I can type in a text box, or I can write or draw with my tablet. I can draw with it. I could use a mouse if I wanted to with the pen. The first year I did, until I had to start teaching Algebra 2 with equations and trying to do x's and exponents got more difficult, so that's why I got to my pen. So my pen allows me to write equations easily. You can use different colors. You can erase what you do. The whiteboard now saves, but I don't have to even write on this whiteboard. I can write on my PowerPoint. So let me stop this. And I'm going to show you again. I'm going to share the second screen. And I can go in and hit annotate and draw. And over here in my PowerPoint, I can draw right on my PowerPoint. You can draw on your PowerPoint, or in this mode, you can actually type on your PowerPoint and save it for your class. It's up to you. But every time I do a class, I record it to the cloud, and it saves in your Canvas course. So if a kid is absent, they will have access to make up the class by watching the recording. So one thing you sometimes have to mess with is lighting, and the lighting with the window, if it messes up your your screen and your picture just of you, is it so important? No, but kids want to see your face, right? So you might have to mess with it a little bit. And again, the color you wear with the green screen might matter too. Some skin tones will fade you out, like white can and green can, and depending on your skin tone, a different color can. So this is my layout, and it's nothing fancy. Some people go out and buy a ton of stuff. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to use what I have, so you make it work. So I really hope that these things help you out to get a vision of what it looks like when you're on the teacher end in wherever you're teaching from. Awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Proximity. Welcome, everybody. While we are waiting for everybody to get in, if you check out what's on the screen, I would like you to go ahead and in the chat box, tell us where in the country you are, where you are living, and how many years you've been teaching with us in the chat box. Welcome, welcome.